Chrissy from Chrissy's Beautiful Life, and I am here with another layout using my stash kit that I created, and I love the way this layout turned out. It was a little bit of a process, but it was, I love the final results. So what I'm doing here is literally just going through all of my paper, just trying to decide what I like. I had 3 different photos I was thinking about using, but I am going to do the one that you see right there where Jackson is holding Sean's hand, and they both have their little, well, they both have their hands in their pockets. I don't know if Jackson was copying Sean, like saw Sean doing that and was copying him, or they literally are just that much alike, but it was just so funny. And we were going for a family walk, and I just happened to be ahead of them, saw them, and just snapped this photo, and I love this photo. So it's just so funny. They're just so much alike in so many ways. And what I'm going to do here is I had this piece of On Trend 2 collection pattern paper. Now, I love the paper. I really liked the green and the reddish corally color that it is, burnt red orange color, but I didn't like the green. I have a really hard time scrapping with green. I keep trying, and sometimes I can get them on layouts, but I'm more of a teal and the blue tone green than like any other shade of green. It's just too hard for me. So I decided to cover it up, and I had already kind of cut this other piece of paper, which is from an older collection. I think it's like a summertime collection. And I cut it because I was going to do one of those layouts where you split it in half and do 2 triangles on either side of the layout. So I had already had that too. So I put it on top and realized that the colors really blended in well. And then playing off all the colors within that pattern paper, I just grabbed the yellow, and then this 6x6 one, which was, it's white and really everything's cream, but I liked how it kind of helps the photo bounce off the page. So I really like that. And that's how I chose my pattern papers. I then decided to highlight everything with the teal by doing some stitching. So I stitched on the 6x6 big square in the middle, and I also stitched around my entire layout. So really love the way that that looks. And then I'm just going to play with some more of my 6x6 papers. Again, I was only expecting to make 3 layouts with this little kit that I had created, so I might as well use up what I can. And I just thought I'd bring in some of the colors. So I brought in another yellow. It is a different shade, but I love the way it looks. And then I brought in some more teal. And then it's just going to simply be adding my title, which I am using up my thickers. I actually was able to throw a package of thickers away yesterday because I couldn't make any more words out of it. So really excited about that. That's my second sheet of thickers that I had been planning to use up that I get to throw away. And I'm going to spell out just like Daddy, because that's obviously exactly what this layout's talking about. So that's going to be my title. I use 3 different thickers to make that title. And then I'll also do my journaling. So again, like I said, this was a really fun layout, but I did have a hard time. I had a hard time with it. So most of it's because my scrappy mojo is just not here. My allergies are so bad right now. I just constantly feel like I need to sneeze, and my eyes itch, and it's yucky. And so scrapping has been really hard. So this was like a 4-day process, but I got it done. And like I said, I still really like the results. So even though it took me forever, that's okay. I just am really lucky that I can leave a layout on my desk and walk away, and I don't have to put it away. It doesn't need to get disturbed. So I can leave it there and ponder it for as long as I need, which is very nice. And I love to just look at this photo. Like I said, this photo just makes me so happy. And I'm actually thinking, I have a few other photos that kind of represent the same thing of them being so alike. And I'm thinking I'm going to create a little pocket and add those photos too, because I don't really need to make another layout now that I've done this one of talking about how much they're alike. So I think maybe I'm going to do that. I might do that. I'm going to make a little pocket. Let's see, where am I going to do it looking at this? I think what I'll do is tuck it underneath where the yellow is, the yellow hearts that at the very top. I'm going to tuck in a little pocket there and slip in the other 2. I think I have 2 or 3 photos, and I'll just make a little booklet and slip them in there. So it'll be a multi-photo layout, even though you only see one photo. But here you can see I'm on a new day now and I'm just doing my embellishments. So this isn't really heavily embellished because I added so many pattern papers, and the background itself is kind of busy with that multicolor sheet, so it didn't need a lot. But I added the 2 arrows. They were sitting on my desk and I wanted to get them used up. And I'm also going to add a little tab that says I am. That's from the I am collection. That's probably one of my very last pieces from that collection. It was one of my all-time favorites, and sometimes don't you just wish they would re-release collections so you could buy them again because they're just so pretty. That's how I feel about that collection. I also added a little tag. I love to use tags and it's just so much fun. I am writing this journaling and thinking it needs a little bit more, so I went into my stash and found a couple frames as well. I really like having frames and tags on layouts. I think that it just kind of, all the texture that it brings to a layout was really neat. So I just added 2 from my stash, and I'm actually getting low on frames, believe it or not, so that's really exciting. I can buy some more. I also add another tab that says today, and then I'm using up a couple more of these XO paper clips. I have a ton of them. I accidentally bought 2 packages of them, and I think you get like 6 to a package to begin with. So yeah, I have a lot. So I got those used up. And then I went into my little chipboard collection and grabbed a button and a plus sign from there. I don't really know what collection those are from. I think the gold one is a Maggie Holmes. I think the buttons are from Paige Evans, and that pink one could also be a Maggie Holmes if I'm not mistaken. And then I added a little paper clip with an orange arrow, which doesn't really go, but I wanted to use up that arrow. It's the last one I have, so that got used up. All done with that. And then to represent the theme of 2 of them being alike, I added 2 little birds, so a bigger one and a little one, to represent Daddy and Jackson. And then I'm also going to use hearts in the same way on my photo. I add a big, which I don't think you see on camera. I think I might have done it afterwards, but I add a big heart and a little heart, and it represents, again, Sean and Jackson being, you know, daddy and son. So that was kind of how I was able to do my ode to that. And really, that just about wraps it up. I tried to figure out where to place this paperclip. I had a hard time kind of deciding, and I'm going to try a bunch of different places, but in the end, it goes right back where it was between those 2 little tabs. So I hope you enjoyed this layout, and I will be back with another layout. I think I'm going to try to do one more layout with this stash kit, and then I will show you what I have left over. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye!